Hello, welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we are going to have a look at 3 different games again, which will be Tower of Hanoi, My Selfie Story and Offroad Big Truck Driver Simulator. My name is Gerald. As always, I've got a couple of different things with me for my Windows 10 mobile setup we are going to have a look at today. And what I'm going to use is of course a Bluetooth mouse like this one, which can be combined or connected with my smartphone then. And of course I'm going to use my Foldable keyboard, which is this keyboard, Bluetooth enabled too. And in theory at least, I could use the Xbox One's wireless controller too, which is a Bluetooth device of course too. But in this episode there is no game that is really supporting it well, and so we are not going to use it. And yeah, of course the main thing I'm going to use here is my smartphone, the Microsoft Lumia Xperia, right? No, the Microsoft Lumia 950 XL. That's the right name, and it has a USB-C connector at the bottom there, and of course it is equipped with a Mozo cover at the back, and of course it's Continuum enabled. Continuum is the technology with which I can, for instance, use this USB-C connector, put it into this more or less a display hub. And the USB display hub, which is standing here, is called the Microsoft connector or something, I'm not sure at the moment. Anyway, this one is connected to the TV by HDMI, and like that we get this desktop-like experience, because the smartphone in Continuum mode is going to give us this desktop-like experience, where we can of course use our mouse and so on and so forth to control everything in a very desktop-like fashion. In theory, because not all of the games are going to work with Windows 10 mobile mode, Continuum in this case, and so we will have to switch over to another mode after the first game, I think, and I will show you what is going on then after the first game. Just to let you know, everything here is produced by the smartphone itself. There's no other computer or something involved in this. It's just the smartphone which is giving us this kind of experience, okay? So, if you want to know more about all this, please have a look at the corner up there. There are a couple of other videos where I'm going to talk more in depth about all this. And then I would say, let's start with the first game. The first game is Tower of Hanoi, and it's a pretty simple game, but I still want to show it to you. For that, I'm just going to turn around to show you everything in better fashion, so that I can play this game at least reasonably well, to what I can do at least. So, first off, I'm going to go to my all apps list here, and after that you can see a couple of the games here are not available at the moment. That is because, or more or less grayed out, which means they're not available because we are in the Continuum mode and those games are not working in the Continuum mode. And if I click on this, for instance, you can see there is this one game we are going to play. I think that one is the one that is going to be at the last place today, whatever, so the third game in this mashup today. And so we will have to switch over to the mirror mode in this case, just to get the game we want to play at the first time, so the Tower of Hanoi puzzle here, at the first place. And for that we are going to go to the mirror mode. For that I have to go to my smartphone. There's this 3-point bar menu. I'm going to click on this display settings, and if I go down there are the advanced settings. If I go in there I can just switch over to this mirror mode, and like this everything that is going on my smartphone will be displayed to the big screen here too. Just transfer it over and we can see everything like this, but it's only a mirror of the smartphone, which means that we have of course exactly the same interface and not something Continuum based or Continuum like. Anyway, to play stuff like this we need to do it like that, and I'm just going to go to all apps in this case, and we are going to play Tower of Hanoi for the first time. Okay, there we are. In this case, I'm just going to try to give him a hint that I want the landscape mode here. So we still have the full interface here, more or less, or the full part which is going to work. You even saw that the mouse pointer was turned around here, so everything is fine like that. And now we can just click on play. And yeah, you might already know this game. If not, it's more or less a mind game or something to puzzle with, whatever you want to call it. It's a very simple one. And what's happening here is you have these three sticks more or less, and those are more or less rings which can be put on there. And you have now to work out a way to bring all of these over here. And there's one catch, because if you get one of the parts here off, one of the sticks there, you can only put them where only smaller rings already are on. Or better to say bigger rings in this case. So in the end, if I take this, that's fine. I can just take that, put it over here, let it go, and now this is put in here. But the problem is I can't put the green one over. So if I go there and to do that, he's going to tell me, no, sorry, that's not possible. Just because the orange one here is already the smallest one and we can't put that over there. And so you will have to work out a way how to move all of these to, I think the first stick, I'm not sure if you can go to the middle stick. I think it's the first stick you have to go over. And the less moves you use for that, the better, and of course time is affected too. So in the end, now we have a problem here, and for that I will just have to move all the stuff around here and try to go through this problem. And in the end, if you already are a little bit familiar with this game, it's not too hard to solve it, but still you will have to work for it. And so let's see what we can do here. As you can see, I'm just sorting more or less the different rings here to bring everything over. Give me 1 sec. I think I will have to put that there. Was that the right way? I'm not sure. No, I think we will have to go this way around now. This might work, yes. Yeah, and you already see, I find it hard enough to do this too, because now I'm more or less at the same place where I started from. This is not going to work and I can't place it there. So how to go from here? I think I will have to put this here, doesn't matter much, because I'm not going to be able to do something with that. I think I will have to do it like this. Now I need to get that over there, but that's not a good way. Okay, and as you can see, it's not always the easiest, especially because there are 4 of these rings, not 3. If it would be 3, it would be easy, but no, we don't have 3. We only have these 4. And sometimes this is happening. I'm really not sure what's going on there. It's not the smartphone going off or something. It's still there if you can see that here. There we are. I'm not sure what that is caused by, but in this game this happens from time to time. So just try it out. And if that is happening, just re-initiate your smartphone, that should be fine. I think it's all about that this game is not giving the smartphone information about that it is used or something, but I'm not sure. I will leave it like this for now, and I would say you have to figure out how this is done and how to solve this game, because if I do it, of course, you can already see everything, and that's not part of the game more or less. You should find out how to do it. You already know you have to just switch them around, and a little hint, more or less, you have to create one of the towers here by itself. So first step is not going to the last one, but going to the second one and then going to the last one. But that is up to you to figure out now. So I'm going to close this one down, go in here, and if I click long time on one of the smart... come on, sorry for this. So in the end, if I click here now, I can go to my all apps list down below, and we can have a look at the second game. And the second game is called the My Selfie Story, and you already see it here. It's up there. I'm going to select it now, and I think this is the funniest game of this episode, because it's something more or less like what you are going to do in your daily life, because you are probably going to hunt for some kind of social media stuff. I'm not that much into that, but if you want to, or if you are, that's fine. And in the end, what this game is all about, you are more or less a selfie star. It's called Selfie Star for some kind of reason. So an Instagram star or something like that, but they can't tell that it's a selfie by itself. And what you have to do now is, you are this girl, and you will have to create more or less likes and stuff like that. So you are going to create a picture, and the picture you are going to put in there will be there, and then you are going to hunt for the likes in this game. And hunting for the likes is more or less like popping bubbles and stuff like that. We will see that. It's a pretty fun little game, and I like the setup. So how it's set up, that it's not really just, hey, click here and push the buttons and that's all. But it's really a nice little idea they are going to do here, and I really like that. So let's have a look at how to play this game. So what you already can see here, we have a menu button, and of course this is more or less the main menu, so more or less your post view, whatever. And if you click on this, of course you can have a look at a couple of different informations, like for instance if you want to turn off the music, the sound and stuff like that. And of course reminder, I would really get rid of that. Reminder is more or less for notifications on your smartphone, and that's just, I think that's pretty annoying. And in the end, if you click on this, you can see a couple of different things you already did, but till now there are none. So first step is take a new photo. I'm going to click on that, and now you see we have 10 photos, and I'm going to click on this one. And the first part you have to do is you have to get, with 15 taps, 100 likes. And likes are created by just bubble games in this case. So in the end, everything that is connected to each other, so for instance these white bubbles which are connected to each other, I can click on them and I get a couple of different likes for that. As you can see, 36 already in my account here. And like this, I'm going to create them, and it's all about the colors more or less. So there are the darker purple colors, the rosé colors, yellow and white in this case, and you just have to see which kind of bubbles are connected the most to each other and just click on them, because they are going to give you the most of the hearts here you can get, or of the likes you can get. And like this, all of those connected to each other are going to be given here. Each and every game is a little bit different, because here seems to be some kind of a physics engine working in this case, and I like this because now it's more individual for each and every game you're going to play. And as you can see, we are way over the like limit here, and already are very successful in the end. You can still do all the different ones, so taps 8, so you can click 8 times still and get the most out of everything here, just to create a lot of different views here. And again, I like the game for somehow, because it's really very simple but nicely done. And you can really just play this along. There's no need to play this for a long time or whatever. You can just play it as long as you want. After that, just get out and do the next one in the next round. As you can see, no more ones available. And as you can see, we are very inexperienced and still get nice little photos. I like the photos itself, it's really funny. It's a kitty boy, because she just took her cat and created some kind of an image there. And I really like the whole mashup, the whole interesting storyline they're doing here, because it's really just a little bit of fun. I don't know how to tell it to you in a different way. Brush is, for instance, one of the power-ups, so you are getting power-ups and stuff like that sooner or later. And as you can see, this is her, and we have one post with followers, 3 in this case, so it's not about the likes, but about the followers, of course. And here is something you are going to get from whatever you're doing, and of course Los Angeles is where we are living. And so, in the end, these are the different levels you are playing, and you have 10 of them at least. I'm not sure if there are more, but at least 10, because you can take 9 additional pictures, so 10 at the start. And now, for Dress to Kill, we have to get 300 likes. And if I click on that again, we have now 25 taps to create 300 likes. And like this, the game is going to be. And this, I don't know if there's much more to it than this. But somehow I really enjoy the game. It's just a nice little bright mood you are getting from it, especially because the audio is nice too. If you hear that, pretty nice stuff there. And of course I can just click on those and try to create all the different likes. And of course it's getting harder and harder to get all the likes, because you have to get all these combination factors in. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit again. So all the combinations you will have to work for sooner or later, so that you are getting easier and easier likes together. And of course, if you are getting more at the same time, you are getting a lot more likes from it. So it's more or less some kind of a reward system if you get more than, let's say, 3 or 4 together with one click. Yeah, and so let's do this. It's pretty much going to be easy again to go over what we need to get there. Fine. She's just telling you, hey, amazing, and stuff like that, to give you more of a idea that you should go on and be very successful with it, whatever. Super. Yeah, I really enjoy the game. It's such an easy game, which is more or less like many other games I played before, but for some reason I really like the mood of it.
So popular!
Mega popular! Perfect. So, 728 in this case, and this is the Dress to Kill image, and I just want to see what are the different images, because it looks funny, somebody draw them, and it really looks like it's fun to watch them. It's very much like some unexperienced person would use Instagram, for instance, and just play the game. I really find it pretty funny to go through, and somehow it's telling a story, but being a very simple game. So, nicely done. And congratulations to the developer, I really like this. Okay, so let's have a look at the last game of the mashup today. And the last game, there are a couple of others one here, but I want to go with Offroad Big Truck Driver Simulator, which is just, more or less exactly what you would suspect it to be. It's an off-road big truck, and you're going to drive around and try to more or less drive it in a reasonable way. That is a little bit of a problem, because this game really heavily, is based on the navigation on your smartphone. So I highly recommend you to take your smartphone in the hand to play this game. And as you can see, made with Unity, but again, don't try to play it solely, at least with your smartphone, with your mouse or something. That's at least very hard to do. And playing it like I'm here, it's much more fun. And again, it's an upbeat game, I like that. And it really is fun to play for somehow a reason, because, in the end, most of the games are very similar, but this one has a little bit of a nice feeling to it, because people really thought about how to play this game. You can still see it on the big screen in a big fashion here, And of course we can go to the settings here, so let's go there. And there's just the music and the sound. If you are getting annoyed by that for some kind of reason, then just get rid of it. Other than that, let's start. Here you can see we have different kinds of levels you can play later on, so just draw through them. I played the first one and the second one would be the next one I can, but I'm going to play the first one again with you. And as you can see, you have, I already bought this, but in the end, at the start you're going to buy one of the trucks here because you need one to go with. And they have a price, of course, and you have a couple of different ducks, more or less. At the start you're going with 5,000, and after that you can just go with very different trucks here, and we already have that one, so I should be able to use it. Hopefully at least, otherwise it's a bug. But seems to be fine. And yeah, for some kind of reason here, I think they should tell you what's going on, but they don't really. You can just click on skip, and you're going to be fine, and this is the aim where you want to go. So in the end, what you need to do in this game is drive there and more or less fuel up again. Here you can now select which kind of steering you want to use, and I'm going to use the tilt one because I have to use the smartphone anyway, because it's not going to react to some kind of arrows on your keyboard or even the Xbox wireless controller or something. It's really all about playing on the smartphone, but I want to show it to you on the big screen, so we are going to do this combination. If I click on that, just to let you know, if you want to play this without the mirror mode, for instance, then it should be fine too. So it depends on what you want to do. And yeah, what I'm going to show you is this. And again, at the start there is nothing happening because you really have to power this one up. And as you can see, it's reacting pretty nicely to what I'm doing here. And of course, there's one little tree in the whole long world here, and I'm going to drive against it. It's normal for me, happening all the time. It's easy enough, but not perfectly easy, and to drive this car. So very slight little driving or steering movement will already do a lot, but as you can see, we can easily drive this through. It's fun to play. I watch the big screen, not the small screen, because I just like that better, but it doesn't matter. You can play this in any kind of way. If you want to, just to let you know, you are not going to die from anything in this game. So in the end, if you want to just drive crossroad more or less, that's totally fine for you too. You can just drive into the villages and stuff like that. But just to let you know, I think the environment and stuff like that, of course it's an older game and the smartphone isn't the newest one anymore, but still the environment is pretty nicely done for such a game. Of course you see all the time the clipping areas and stuff like that, so really don't drive there, please. Okay, here we are. And I'm just going to play the first one. Of course, as you can see, there are a couple of different options here. Driving in front, stop. Thank you. No, 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 no. Try again. Stay exactly there, please. This is a little bit hard for me, but can I click on it? No. Okay, so in the end, make sure to be very, very careful driving into here. I don't think that there's anything that can happen. So in the end, just get in the local area there and you did everything fine. We have, of course, a timer here, which we got, and we have a score for what we did. And like this, the whole game is going to be, you can just drive through different kinds of levels here, and it's a simulator game, so you're not really having, let's say, hard hard levels or something. It's just simulating how to drive with a truck, for instance. And I somehow like the game. It's upbeat. It has pretty nice graphics. Not perfect or something, of course, because it's an older game. But in the end, it works like it should. And you should just try it out if you like this kind of games. Okay. And other than that, I would say we are at the end of the episode, of course. If you like this episode, loading screen, very nice too. If you like the episode, please give it a thumbs up, of course. If you have any kind of questions, comments, whatever you would like to know, let me know in the commentary section down below, of course. If you didn't subscribe to the channel until now, do it now. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. See you around, and bye. Bye.